Yeah, this is it. 10 Lexington Street, the first real HRP office. The nicer of the two buildings, kind of the foundation of where we all got started. Not Park Place, the lesser of the two, where I was located, out the back door. Hey, Lexington might have been the first building, but Park Place was a little bit more homier feeling. Lexington was a nice one, a little bit more modern facility, more people, but Park Place just had that real homey feel. So, you know, we were pretty proud of our territory here. This is where I started my career as a project engineer right out of college. Right where that pink door is, that's where my first office was. It kind of was the parlor of the building, but a great little workspace where four of us interdiscipline used to work and share stories and kind of create our bonds, which still exist today. Two buildings were really close. Park Place was here. You walked through the back door and you thought you could go to the parking lot over to Lexington, but there was a restricted area in between and you honestly lived in fear. You wanted to beat it over there as fast as you can because there was an elderly lady that owned the property. She'd get a little gruff, come out with a broom yelling at you, and of course your bosses would yell at you. So, neat little location and history about that spot. You had to walk around. Yeah, it was a great day. It was long days, but time flew by. So yeah, this is the first location in Greenville. June of 1993, we had formed HRP Spectrum. HRP Associates joined with Spectrum Engineering Services of Greenville. They were a design engineering firm. So we occupied this building from 93 to probably late 95. Both companies were small but growing, and we soon outgrew that and went across the street. I was a branch manager here, was my official title. Mostly focused on clients that we had up in the Northeast that also had locations in the South, and worked primarily on EH&S, environmental health and safety projects, and compliance with manufacturing was our focus. We started to really, at this next location, expand our services across the state of South Carolina. So we were going mountains to ocean doing the work, and yes, it still was EH&S work, but now we started doing the environmental side of our business. And this was the office where, back in '96, we got the incredible news of our first win with a huge project. It was a 4-year, $5 million contract with the Navy that kind of kickstarted us to some additional growth. So Pelham Road office was neat because we finally got out from kind of being a secondary office. It was a traditional office space on one side of the highway where a lot of businesses were. The unique thing about that part was there was over 100 support small manufacturers right where our office was. So we actually got a whim one day and we did a walking tour to meet our neighbors and said, we're HRP, if you ever need us, give us a call. The cool thing was within the next week, someone came in, rang the doorbell, and they said, hey, I need an air permit. We're putting in the paint line. Can we talk? I'm going to go get a ham sandwich and I'll come back and talk to you. Over on Pelham Road is where we made a amicable split with Spectrum Engineering, and we came back to being HRP Associates. Yeah, that was my office too, right behind that tree. So the Miller Road location, we were here from 2006 to about 2022. While I was here, we grew our office. I was regional manager, and when Dan and I took over the company, the reins of HRP in 2019, I became the COO, Chief Operating Officer, and President of HRP, and turned over the South Carolina and the Carolinas office to the good hands of Sean Malin. And with this, we're at Judson Mill, our new community, and my responsibility as COO, Chief Operating Officer, is to work with both the regional managers as well as the practice leaders to provide operational support to the staff. If they need certain skills, certain staff members for existing projects, or they're looking to recruit for a certain service line or a project that's coming up, I can assist them to help facilitate that. But also I direct the board of directors. I lead the board of directors when we have our quarterly meetings or any special meetings. You're kind of like the master sergeant as a chief operating officer. You got your hands in a lot of different things. You're tied to your phone, you're tied to your computer, and sometimes tied to the road too as well. Really enjoy going out and seeing the offices and visiting a lot of the staff because they're really what makes up the wholeness of HRP, which is the best part of it because you get to interact elbow to elbow with a lot of our great staff that we have. We're all in this game together. We have one common goal. We certainly are going to give a maximum effort to our best of our abilities. As long as we kind of have the same goal and focus, I really believe we can always succeed because we do have the right pieces and tools in place, as well as some excellent clients who share the same vision.